Hi, today's video I'm going to be talking about accent. This is an age-long complaint. Radio presenters, TV presenters, OAPs having accent. This conversation, age-long, you don't see. People are always like, why are they having accent? This, what's going on? Why are they speaking swearing? Especially if they did not maybe come down from the abroad. Why is it that you're on the radio and everybody's just, I want a Ghana or something? I have a few things to say about this. In fact, I have a truckload of things to say about this, but no, I'm just going to say a few things. First off, let me just focus on my industry people. So you don't have to, how do I put this? So some people say you don't have to fake an accent. I am of that school of thought. Yes, let me divide the issues, okay? I'm of that school of thought that you shouldn't fake an accent. Now, there is a difference between faking an accent and pronouncing things correctly, such that if you check a dictionary, it's correct. There is a difference between that and having a fake accent. Don't mix it up, okay? Now, in this line of work too, I have met someone, I think one or two people, I can't remember, but there's one that I really remember when I was working with one of the biggest brands, radio brands in Nigeria. So we were having this broadcasters, one of the seasons of broadcaster, where we're trying to get someone to be the next OAP, that's on-air personality, the next radio presenter. And so we met this guy. This guy came to audition. And he had a beautiful UK accent, you know? Hey, guy, you know how accents are, people get blown away with the accents. Me, I was just looking. And when we started asking him questions and all of that, we realized that he's never left the shores of Nigeria. So how to get the UK accent, some people would wonder. I recall that the guy wasn't hired. Now, that wasn't up to me to decide if he gets hired or not. I mean, it was a collective vote. I voted for the guy, actually. But one of the major reasons, or one of the things that was brought up was the fact that what if he's not able to keep up the accent? That was a major concern. What if, because it's not full com, so what if he's not able to keep up that accent and subsequently he just goes and dabbles on air? What do we do? What happens? It makes the brand as a whole look bad. It was a very fair argument. So the room was divided between, should the guy get hired? Should the guy not get hired? But the guy didn't get hired. And that was probably one of the reasons, alongside maybe other reasons, but that's played a role as well. Now, some people would say fake it. And if you're able to maintain it for that long, I mean, it's possible that he could maintain it for that long and it wouldn't be a problem. And some other people will be like, nah, don't do it. Where am I going to? The starting point. There's a dictionary I would recommend. It's a Cambridge dictionary too, I think. But we know it's way back in school as DJ. We used to call it DJ Dictionary, Daniel Jones Dictionary. Yes, it should be it. I'll try to insert a copy of it in this video. So that dictionary is really helpful. It helps you know how to pronounce. It comes with a CD as well. So you get to know how to pronounce words. Now, because we're Nigerians, this is not our follow-com language. There's a tendency to mispronounce things. I'm still learning. I don't see myself as an expert in that regard. So there's no harm. There were times that which I would recommend you do, which is why show prep is really important. Know what it is that you want to do ahead of time for your show. So if you come across difficult words, you're able to do a quick Google or search the dictionary, how do you pronounce it? And you're supposed to speak like you are, let me just say this. If you get your pronunciations right, you come off sounding like you're singing when you're talking. It's called iambic pentameter. Maybe in another video, I'll just do a separate video where I explain more about iambic pentameters. So you're going to sound like you're singing, maybe. Okay, let me not go into that at the moment. But I'm just saying, learn how to pronounce words. It's been an age-long debate of, oh, why are they having accent? Now, cut some other presenters a slack. Some of them have had a lot of exposure. They've had a lot of interactions. Maybe they've never left the shores of Nigeria. But I had a colleague one time whose tutors at a certain point were Ghanaians. So, of course, he would pick up the accent. So that happens. That's people picking up accents based on their interactions with people, based on their exposure. Some have really traveled far and wide. So, what's the conclusion of this? I'll leave you to decide. Do you think that radio presenters, TV presenters, do you think OAPs, in fact, let's ask this plus social media influencers now, is it okay for these people to be having accents, especially if they've never left the shores, they've never had these kinds of exposures? I'll just let you to dive into the debates. Okay. And thank you so much as well for those of you that are following the full videos on YouTube. Thank you as well for that. And be sure, I'm going to bring more educative videos with respect to media and communications. And no, you don't have to be in the space to learn. There's so much you can learn. We communicate every day. You know, that's the beauty about communications. It cuts across every aspect of life, all spheres, all sectors. You have to know how to communicate. Thank you, and have a good week.